at the inquiry before this committee?
No, I'm not.
Are you a manufacturer of any of the goods that are in the inquiry?
No.
But the Honorable Linturi, do your duties as Cabinet Secretary extend to testing goods so that you're sure they are of the right quality? Is that your duty as Cabinet Secretary?
No.
As a matter of fact, Honorable Linturi, do you even have the qualifications that would enable you to know this is fake fertilizer and this is genuine fertilizer?
I don't.
Would I be right therefore to say, as Cabinet Secretary, you are wholly dependent on the advice and judgment of independent agencies of state on this matter?
Correct.
In paragraph C, it is said, sir, again you appear to have violated Article 73. What is your response?
I have not.
Has any material, to the best of your knowledge, been placed before this committee to show how you are supposed to have violated this article?
None.
Let's go to ground 1D. Alleged violation of Article 201. Sir, what is your response to this?
I am not, or I did not violate Article 201. And
as a matter of fact, Honorable Cabinet Secretary, you having no role as per the statute, is it possible for a person who by law has no business being involved to violate that article in a procurement context?
No.
Let's go to ground 1E. And I would want you to be shown Article 152.5. Can you read Article 152.5A?
Article 5, 1A reads as follows. The President may reassign a Cabinet Secretary, may dismiss a Cabinet Secretary. Do I continue to see?
Yes.
Shall dismiss a Cabinet Secretary if required to do so by a resolution adopted under clause 6 to 10.
So at page 5 of the motion, ground number E, the allegation is that you have breached a constitutional provision that speaks to the powers of the President. What is your response to that, sir?
It's very ridiculous, and that allegation can only be leveled against the President, and it is not possible for me to exercise presidential powers that I'm being alleged to have breached this section, this particular part of the Constitution.
It is also alleged in the same allegation, sir, that you breached paragraph 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10 of the same article. Are those articles, let's assume for argument, Honorable Linturi, that you are as bad as you can possibly be. Would you be capable, even as the bad guy, of breaching those constitutional provisions?
It's not possible.
It is not possible. It is said, sir, that how you breached this constitutional provision, still on page 5, is that you sent a communication to the Departmental Committee on Agriculture and Livestock, correct?
Yes.
To the best of your knowledge,
Parliament and obtained by Parliament, and that is when you can comfortably say Parliament has taken a position on a matter and the allegations therefore have been ratified by Parliament. So at this stage you can't.
you can't. But it is also said this matter you are alleged to have lied with relates to GPC, the Atomite Industries. What is the date given of the agreement in question as per that motion?
That the 1st of March 2022.
Now, when you read Roman 1, it says that the cabinet secretary appears to have done this when you lied. Were you the cabinet secretary on the 31st of March 2022?
I was not.
You were not.
Yes.
But you have also been accused of lying to that committee on agriculture that this product is a soil conditioner. Has the mover of this motion placed any material to show that that product was anything other than a soil conditioner? Is there any evidence before the committee to show that GPC, the automation, is not a soil conditioner?
Has been tabled before the committee to the contrary.
You have, again on Roman 2 of Ground E, sir, you have accused of overseeing the implementation of the budgets of the NCPB. As the Cabinet Secretary for Agriculture, do your duties extend to overseeing the implementation of the budgets of the NCPB?
No.
Are you the controller of budgets, sir?
No.
And are you the accounting officer of the NCPB?
I'm not.
Are you the Auditor General?
No.
Let's go to allegation number 2. On page 6. The claim there, sir, the first claim was about your looks, that when we look at you, the ones we have just exhausted, Honorable Linturi, was that you appear to be a crook. The allegation is appears. Here now, the allegation is that there are serious reasons, not just reasons, for believing that you have committed crimes under the Penal Code. What is your response, sir?
I have not.
In 2A, they cite a letter by Ahmed Nasir. To the best of your knowledge, has Ahmed Nasir come to testify against you?
No.
But Honorable Linturi, lawyers write letters every day.
Yes,
on behalf of their client. To the best of your knowledge, would a lawyer's letter without more be a good reason to dismiss a cabinet secretary from office?
It can't. It can't form basis.
As a matter of fact, in this litigious and controversial country of ours, are you aware of any cabinet secretary who has never been the subject of a demand letter by some lawyer?
I'm yet to get in.
So, would any cabinet secretary survive in office if the threshold for removal was that some lawyer, whether eminent or not, wrote some letter?
Not only cabinet secretaries, anyone holding public office will have a big problem.
They will never survive if the test was some lawyer.
Correct.
Not even if the lawyer is very famous and eminent?
It is not possible.
Okay.
It can't be on ground.
It is said, sir, that in this letter by Ahmed Nasir, you're trying to intimidate a Mr. Davesh of Kel's Chemicals. To the best of your knowledge, we sat here yesterday. Have you seen any affidavit by Mr. Davesh of Kel's Chemicals swearing that you intimidated him?
I haven't.
Did he come to the committee to testify to these alleged threats?
No. Unless he is the person the committee being has to go.
Are you aware, sir, of anything that may have hindered Mr. Devesh from coming to this committee and say these things that his eminent lawyer says?
No.
You are also accused there on page 6, sir, of ordering the closure of factories. Do your duties as cabinet secretary extend to opening and closing factories?
No.
But as a matter of fact, the Honorable Linturi, you and I have read this motion and you know how many times. Have we seen any evidence of you closing a factory?
No.
Let's go to page 7. Roman 1 at the top. The accusation there is the conduct of one Franklin Mithika Linturi acting, quote unquote, Honorable Chair, acting in his role as the cabinet secretary. Then they cite a decision by the High Court, Honorable Lady Justice Ongundi, of 30th November 2021. Were you the cabinet secretary for agriculture? Because the allegation is whatever you say to have done, you are doing it, quote unquote, acting in your role as the cabinet secretary. Were you the cabinet secretary for agriculture as of the date of this judgment?
No.
It is said in that same allegation, sir, that the Honorable Lady Justice Ongundi ruled against you on these family, criminal, civil, and commercial disputes. Is that correct?
No, it's not correct.
Is this dispute, sir, one of those that were yesterday called love and affection disputes? This petition number E068, the subject of the ruling mentioned there.
Unfortunately, it is.
It is. And of course, we were told there were 32 others.
Yes.
What do you want to tell this tribunal about these 32 love and affection disputes?
Chair, one thing is that I have a conscience, and I'm always very truthful to my conscience, and that is why I meant full disclosure without being prompted, even when I came before, when I went before Committee of Parliament during my vetting, because I had nothing to hide, and I wanted the country to understand, to know Linturi and the kind of tribulations that he had to undergo to get to that position, or to get where we were at that time, so that in the future, even if they are brought out, then it's on record that I volunteered that information because there was nothing to hide, because there was a statement of fact that these cases were there. But most importantly, members of the committee, is that all these cases revolve around parties or around an individual that unfortunately we are friends, and for whatever reason that may not even be very material to these proceedings, then that relationship could not hold, and out of our own volition decided really to bring so many cases which I had to defend. And out of the few selected cases here, there is none that I lost. There is even a very interesting case, which is also which was mentioned, but whose light we did not even send, which also really appears interesting. And it was case number 74, where I was even being sued to take responsibility of children who are not mine. So all these cases revolve around that kind of disagreement, and I would just the members of the committee want to really allow me to state them as that, because it has been a very painful experience. This one, when I start thinking about it, makes me break.
No, a mere man is not allowed to break in public, Honorable Linturi. Just tell the committee, you mentioned tribulations you have undergone because of these personal disputes. Can you please shed more light on those tribulations? Who was the author of those tribulations? How long did they last? And what format did they take?
Members of the committee, I think
Wanna see us be a bit louder?
just like you mentioned yesterday, you know, we had 5-year or 6-year running battles with the former administration, and especially people that were believed